Welcome to another episode of Gate City Chronicles. I'm your host, Senator Kevin Avard, and this is a show for you folks here in town, a show that basically showcases local businesses, nonprofits. If you have an event, you come on the show and you can share that. And today I have a guest who's been on, I think about 6 or 8 years ago. It's been a while, but a while ago, and he's got some news to share with you as far as the progress of what's been going on in Hollis. Now, this guest owns Fulchino Vineyards. I have Al Fulchino here with me today. Welcome, Al. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's good to be back.
And yeah, it's been a few years, but you've been really engaged in a lot of different things going on in Hollis. You own the vineyard. Mm-hmm. It looks like you've had a couple of events, the Grape Fest.
Yeah, we got quite a bit, but before we go there, I want to make sure I tell everybody out there how much people like me appreciate you for all that you do for the community. You're a rock solid person, and our area is fortunate to have you. So,
well, yeah. I'm grateful, and I'm glad that you agreed to come back onto the show.
Yeah, happy to.
And of course, my wife loves your wine. I don't drink, but she definitely enjoys the Zinfandel. And this summer we were able to sit in one of those little tents that you have there.
Yeah.
And
summertime we have gazebos where people can sit, patio style furniture, so it's a nice, comfortable atmosphere. Our goal on everybody's visit is that they eat, they drink, and they talk to each other. Yeah. And we just provide the Italian-themed backdrop. In the winter, we have the, people call them igloos. Ours are little greenhouses. And you mentioned events all year long, both public and private.
So, public and private. So you walk in, you'll see in some of the areas, there'll be pictures of weddings. You have a lot of weddings that happen there.
Yeah, we didn't plan on that. The goal was just to sell wine. In fact, just to be wholesale. And early on, we got some TV coverage. We got some magazine coverage. And before I knew it, people were coming down our driveway. So we started reimagining who we were. And we decided, okay, let's tailor this to what the customer wants. I mean, who are we to decide anything different? So, people come in mostly 7 days a week, year-round. But weddings and bridal showers, baby showers, just all kinds of things.
You also sell plants there.
Yeah. Our first business way back in the day was landscaping, and we had greenhouses, and we still do that as well.
Yeah, so, we noticed you have some impatiens all lined up. And
tropicals.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, when you walk in there, you see these big plants. It's like, where do you get those plants? Some of these big plants, they look like they belong in Italy. Or they belong,
sure. It provides atmosphere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and as you walk in, you'll see this big showcase of wines going all the way up. Somebody in town built those cases for you.
Yeah, the gentleman's name is Gary Henkel.
Yeah.
He's a little bit of a local woodworking legend, and he was kind enough to, I told him what my idea was, and he said, give me some wine and and pay for the wood.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he did a really nice job there.
He did.
But so going back to Grape Fest, though, I mean, you started that off. When did you start that off?
I think this was the 6th Grape Festival we've done, maybe 7th. But the idea behind it was to give back to the community and also support 3 local causes. We have a scholarship for the local high school graduates if they're going to go into any green field, from horticulture, floriculture, forestry, farming, animal husbandry. So we raise some money to give them a scholarship every year. And of course, we like to make sure we thank the firefighters. There's a group called the Hollis Fire Explorers, and then also the Hollis Police Benevolent Association. So we raise some money for those groups.
We have a local gentleman, he's a volunteer there for the fire department, Tom Lanzara.
Right, yeah.
And eventually we're going to have his sister come on the show because she makes cookies, and they're absolutely amazing.
And cakes.
Yeah. And of course, there's another one who makes Leslie Pike and her daughter.
Yep, she makes cookies.
Makes cookies and cakes.
Yeah, we buy from Natala Cox, is her Tom's sister. Cakes by Natala.
Yeah.
So look them up. You'll be happy with the beauty and also the flavor.
It's pretty amazing, some of the stuff that she puts out there.
Yeah, it's not one of them fake ones where they use a lot of fondant. You have to peel it off and then eat it.
Right.
Hers you can eat. Additionally, Leslie Pike you mentioned, she'll be at the we have our 10th annual Christmas festival. Santa Claus, fire trucks,
At the vineyard.
vendors at the vineyard.
Yep.
Yeah, all of that stuff. All kinds of fun.
So I was discussing with you a little bit before the show. It's basically about 1.2 miles if you're off from Broad Street.
If you're right at the border,
Yeah.
yeah.
From Broad Street. So we were talking to an individual right before the show, and I didn't know there was a vineyard right around here. And some people said it couldn't be done.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of Hollis farmers laughed at us when we did it. Can't be done. Can't do it up here. A lot of laughter, and that's okay. We just plugged along one step at a time. So
Yeah.
now
So
we grow. We have we're raising grapes on 4 different properties, all within 2 miles of the winery. So
really.
yeah.
Oh, so you have other properties? Than that one?
Yeah. We do about 40,000 pounds at the main vineyard, the original, which now has 15 years under its belt. And then we have grapes on 3 other properties in town.
Now, if you're a shopper at Whole Foods, you can also go to Whole Foods and find.
Yeah,
some of
Whole
your-
Foods has a few of our wines, and you'll find us around the state. We're in the top 40 state liquor stores.
Yeah.
McKinnon's and a bunch of smaller places as well. But
So if you go to the liquor store, it would probably be in what local.
yeah, the New Hampshire section right now. So we're in the top 40 state liquor stores, and you can find us both on the New Hampshire section, and then also currently they have a rack program. So 3 months out of the 12, we have racks and also by the cash registers. So you can find us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We looked one time at Whole Foods and we didn't. We couldn't find it, so we called
They
you
move us up, they move us down, they move us in the middle.
But they do that everywhere, right? I mean,
do it
that way you have to go
everywhere.
look
Yeah,
for it, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but if you can't find it, ask your local distributor. Demand it.
There you go. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably sell 92% right at the vineyard itself. So
Some of the other events that happen, you have comedian shows.
Yeah, sure.
You
Yeah.
have singers that come in and they perform. There's one that he actually gave me the mic one time. He was singing New York,
yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
But,
We have had some really good ones. We bring in what I believe is the premier Sinatra singer in the country.
Yeah.
We bring him in from Las Vegas. He's actually a New England boy. We used to be able to get him frequently, and then when Las Vegas knocked on his door, we hoped and prayed, and he's loyal to us. So he flies out once a year and do a nice 8-piece orchestra. We have 5-course dinner, all the wine is included. It's a throwback to the 40s and the 50s and 60s where people used to dress up. And it's just, it's a nice atmosphere. Didn't do it to make the money. Did it because it fits who we are. And the rest of it takes care of itself. And then we also have another wonderful gentleman named Franco Corso.
Yes.
If you like Bocelli, we have a very intimate location. So it's not going to be thousands of people. And I have had people who know their stuff tell me they have cried hearing Franco Corso, and they had seen Bocelli before. And all the kudos to Bocelli because he is who he is, and he deserves everything. But in fact, Franco will be in about 2 weeks as well. So
Yeah.
comedy you mentioned, Lenny Clark, Steve Sweeney, Dave Russo, of course, Justin McKinney, and all from mostly the Boston area, but also around the country.
Dave Russo, he was a hockey player?
Dave's, he's tight with the Bruins alumni. He plays and skates with them. He also was the state wrestling champion in Massachusetts
Really?
many years ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, talented individual.
Did he go
And
to
a
Chelmsford?
big heart too.
I know he does.
Yeah, big heart. A lot of donation time, a lot of, he puts it in.
He was posting something not too long ago about, he was talking to a famous actor, and the actor was talking a little bit about his a hockey event that he had to go to, and apparently he got hurt. But he had it was
Who
funny.
got hurt, Dave or the guy?
Dave.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, he'll get
But
over it.
It was funny. No, it
Yeah,
was
I
funny
know,
how
I know.
he presented it.
Sure.
But so you have all these things which a lot of people don't know. There's a vineyard right in your backyard.
Yeah, most people are, let's put it this way. Your knowledge comes from either books you've read, but more than likely, since it's a vineyard, it's not in everybody's wheelhouse, TV, movies, and books, and travel. So where do you go? You go to Italy, you go to California, you go to many areas around the world that have grapes and vineyards, and they deserve all the credit they get. But they have paradigms in their head that maybe it can't be done in the area that they live in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at Italy, for example, Italy's a great north-south country geographically, and we have taken people on tour groups to Italy. Another one's coming up this year, and we've taken them up to the foothills of the Alps. And you can see the Alps, and you look to the left, there's Chardonnay, and you look to the right, there's Pinot Grigio, Barbera, even Cabernet. So it can be done. It's just you have to find the right clones and then work hard.
Yeah.
So.
You have a background in horticulture, don't you?
Yeah, I went to a school called Essex Agricultural and Technical back when it was also a college, and never got my degree because I started a landscape business that last year, and the English professor wouldn't let me take the final. So I had a B average, but he said, I'm not letting you take the final. You missed 7 classes.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. I said, I'm sorry. I started a business. And
life happens, right?
life happens, yeah.
Yeah, so instead I'll just start a vineyard. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yep.
Well, I think one of the things, the highlights of the vineyard that Tracy and I both like, I think it was our first time that we both went together, and it was harvest time.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And if you want to surprise your mate with a fun date, go pick grapes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
You have a lot of volunteers during what time of the year do you?
Yeah, typically September.
Yeah.
We might do the last week in August, based on weather, but typically all of August. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So you go out there and you start meeting people. You'll hear some people singing in a different role. I noticed Ledoux, the young
Ami Ledoux.
Yeah,
and by the way, she's going to sing at the concert in a couple of weeks as well.
She's gonna, and she teaches too, from what I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
young, but she's very, very talented.
Yeah.
She does a lot of
Yeah.
voice lessons, and I think she does some little bit of role playing, acting, and stuff. She's posting that type of thing on Facebook.
Sure.
But she's got an
Sure.
amazing voice.
She does.
And I don't generally put that praise out to just everybody.
No, she does. She's talented. Yeah.
Very, yeah. But you'll go there into there, and you'll be picking some grapes, and you put it in, and I guess at the end you get a bottle of wine or something like
Well,
that.
we do everything. We pick the grapes. We let you eat as much as you want because there's plenty of it, and it's nice for the people to actually see the grapes themselves and then taste them, and then know 1 to 5 years down the road it's going to be in a bottle. So we love it when you taste it. We crush and stem it in front of you for the most part, and you can drink the juice, which is amazing. And then we all sit down, eat, and drink with each other.
So I got a dumb question. Do you make raisins?
No, but we could. There's just so much on my plate.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of a grape. First of all, the grape leaves are stuffed around the world. People use them to stuff, okay?
Yeah.
The Greeks, the Italians, Portuguese. So you get a food product from the leaf, okay? Then with the grape, what do you get? You get a table grape to eat. You get the grape seed, which will give you grape seed extract. You get raisins. You get wine. You get juice. It just goes on and on. I know people who cook the grape juice down. They call it vino cotto, which is cooked wine. And you make a little pizza dough, very, very thin. And you dimple the dough, and you put little grapes in there. And you pour on the juice that's been cooked down. And maybe a little bit of confectionery sugar. Basically, I'll say it's a pizza for grapes, and it's a dessert. It's out of this world, and pretty incredible. So
Yeah, there's also the cooking wine.
yeah, of course, yeah, sure, yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, right. I mean, cooking wine, vinegar.
Yeah.
If you got grapes around your house, and you decide you have enough juice, you have enough jam. I didn't mention jam as well, of course, and jelly. But you can take your juice and put it on the porch under cover, put a cheesecloth over it, come back in about 60 days, and you'll have red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar. So
it's very Italian there, and it just seems like one time I went there, and we were just having a conversation, and you gave me a piece of bread of some and a cup of coffee, or was a latte or something like that.
Okay.
And apparently I didn't eat it right.
Oh,
Because it's,
maybe it was a biscotti?
Yes.
Yeah.
You say,
Yeah, you're supposed to dunk.
yeah,
Yeah.
you say, wait.
Yeah. The
you
biggest,
didn't dunk it.
yeah, the biggest, and I didn't mention, my wife and I work together, and you have to give a shout out to her.
Susan,
we
yes.
have my wife Susan. You have to give a shout out to the staff that we have.
Yeah.
They're an unusual bunch, and we're really lucky to have all of them. We've met, and then of course the people we meet become friends.
Yeah.
Like yourself,
Yeah.
right? You come in, you knock on the door, you want to kick the tires, see what's going on there. But the goal in the end is, I won't say the goal, but the benefit has been that great people we meet, like
Community.
yourself and your wife. Yeah. And we have more friends now than ever in my life. And I've had businesses that reached far more people. Mm-hmm. So this is really just a mom and pop local thing. We're nothing special, but it's a beautiful thing to sit down and talk to people, And I was only teasing you, right, with the biscotti.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it was something
With
I
coffee,
didn't pick up on. It
sure.
was a learning lesson.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
hey, look, he didn't dunk it. He didn't dunk it.
The other thing I didn't mention is with the wines, of course, and we don't do this because it's illegal. You could distill the juice, the wine, and get grappa, which is Italian moonshine.
Oh, really?
And that's a great place to store the cherries and the walnuts and the plums and things like that, so that in the winter, when you want to have a snack in front of the grandkids, they don't know what you're doing. So many things.
But we don't do that there.
We don't do that.
We don't
No,
do that
we don't.
there. So again, so you have another event that's happening this year. It's the Christmas event.
Yeah, 3 events. We got the Christmas Festival, which is 3 days, December 9, 10, and 11. Then we have the Franco Corso performance and dinner. And then at the end of the year, December 30th, we have another comedy show with Paul D'Angelo and another comedian. The name's not at my fingertips, and then Dave Russo.
So when I go there, I'm always seeing somebody working. Somebody's doing something. When do you take a break?
Well, we do go to Italy
Yeah.
for a good stay.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, and that's actually a tour. So we go for a couple of weeks for ourselves, and then we bring people to Italy with us. And this year we're going to do Bologna, which is the food capital of Italy. We're going to do Tuscany, Rome, Vatican, Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum, etc. And then about 6 days in Sicily, which is incredible.
So are you running the tour, or is
but the real brains behind it is my cousins in Italy.
Okay.
They own it's called LC Bologna, ACLE, and they run a cooking and culinary and cultural school in Bologna. They're fantastic people, and we're fortunate that they're our relatives. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this year I also noticed for the first time you get some Christmas ornaments, some blow-ups there, big ones. Not little.
Well,
those are pretty good
we
size.
gear ourselves, more for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest thing we have is a 20-foot snowman, so the kids can come and,
and there's
take photos and just have a few minutes of happiness. And
don't you have
smiles.
something also where you give out gifts for children? Isn't there?
Well, maybe the Toys for Tots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been doing that for, I guess, should be 10 years. Yeah. So bring your toys down, unwrapped, and then we'll make sure they get to the drop-off place in the. Usually it's in Manchester. We drop it off.
Now, do you order if somebody wants to order something by phone? Do you ship and stuff like that?
Yeah, we can ship to 37 states. We can also ship within New Hampshire as well. Mm-hmm. You can go to our website. And it's basically going to break down into 2 areas, shipping out of state or something inside. Or you can come do pickup, non-contact or whatever.
Yeah, one thing that surprised me as well is there are people from Pepperell, from Chelmsford, from they travel from Boston to come to.
Yeah, we've actually had people visit us from every state in the union. We're not in a prime location. Back when one of my other businesses was gas stations, and you have to have prime locations. Mm-hmm. And where we are, it's not a prime location. You have to go find us. It's a little out of the way, but not too bad because we have Route 3 close by.
Right.
So, but that's where the soil is good. So
right. You go with
that's
the
where we
soil.
have to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
I've had investors come in and say, "Hey, let's go to Route 3," and you know what? And we'll sell 4 times, 5 times, 10 times the wine, but just
Yeah, well,
been there, done that, so to speak.
So off of Broad Street, I mean, if you're off of Broad Street, you just take a right and a left, and you're right onto Pine Hill Road.
Yeah. Essentially, the intersection at Route 6 on Route 3, and then 5.5 miles into Hollis, On the right, you'll see Pine Hill Road.
Yep.
Go down on mile .8, and we're on the right.
How long have you been there?
I bought the land in 1991, and
I see pictures
yeah,
of when you were
we
laying
planted.
down.
Yeah, we planted it. It's like the McDonald's commercial: plant, pick, prune, bottle, label, core, crush the stem, blend, oak age, and build. Everything you see there. We didn't hire the contractor out to hammer the place together. We did it ourselves. Family came in, friends came in, and put out on Facebook and say, I need a few bodies to raise a wall, pour some concrete, and they show up. So yeah.
You're leaving quite a legacy. I see your grandchildren. It was a really beautiful picture. Your granddaughter had a little lemonade stand there.
Yeah, you bought from her.
I did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
There's 5 of them. They're all treasures.
It's a nice little lemonade
They have
stand.
a good time around there. They really do.
But
And,
what an education! They're engaged. I think one day I seen one of them near or in the tractor, and it's
supervised.
super. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
of course. Yeah, but
Yeah, every one of them.
sitting
Yeah.
with Grandpa, and carrying on that family tradition. When you go to Fulchino Vineyard, you're seeing community and you're seeing family, and what I really believe you're seeing is a legacy being made for future generations, and the will to. Well, people said it couldn't be done, but
Hopefully it's a
done.
legacy. I mean, if it isn't, it isn't. But in the meantime, you just, try to demonstrate good practices and responsibility and perseverance. And whatever the grandkids decide,
Yeah.
at least maybe they will grab some lessons from what we do.
You also have craft fairs inside the vineyard too.
So we have all kinds of stuff. We've done a thing. We partner up with a few people, like Sip and Script, is to teach people calligraphy.
Yeah.
We've had floral arrangements, wreath making.
You had a glass decoration one time.
Yeah, painting the glasses.
Paint the
We've had
glass.
art classes in there where they come in and, hey, this is what we're going to paint, and our teacher tells them that.
Have a glass of wine and paint a wine glass.
Sure.
We actually still
It's a
have our
win-win
glasses from
that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Kylie made a bunch of dots, and I don't know what Tracy made, but it's. I think one of the things that you pointed out is the fact that you sit there, you have a conversation,
Right.
have a little glass of wine, maybe something that you dip in your coffee.
Yep, sure. Yeah. It's important for people to sit down, take a break, and breathe some fresh air.
And breathe,
really, yeah. It's I'll tell you a funny story. When Italian people, off the boat type Italian, maybe they've been here a while, but they come in and I say, where are you from? They tell me where they're from, and for joking and for fun, I say, where is the food better, Italy or America? And of course, they Italy. I say, where's the family life better, Italy or America? And they always say, Italy. Then for fun, I say, where are the politicians better, Italy or America? And out comes the bottom lip, the hands go down, nowhere. They're all bad. But then I say, why are you here? And they say, opportunity. So the problem is, even in my family, I've seen it. The immigrant comes over, they're tight for a couple of generations, but America provides so much opportunity that sooner or later this grandson needs to be in California for his career. Or he marries somebody from South Carolina, he went to college. Before you know it, we're not together. And you only live 50 to 100 years on average, just to make it easy. And I'll wrap up real quick. We miss sitting down and just, smiling at each other.
Yeah.
And talking.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the nice things about it. And that's what you'll see when you walk into the vineyard.
Yeah.
You'll see couples at a little round table,
Right.
just sipping
Yep.
and enjoying a conversation.
Sure.
No big TVs around, just no sports bar.
Right.
A lot of noise.
And we've been told to do that, to get more people to come in, and
But that'll distract from exactly
it
what
becomes noise.
it becomes white noise, which is distracting. So we're going to end the show here very shortly. But before we end, we're going to show a little 5-minute clip. And with that, I just want to thank everybody for watching the show. If you want to come on the show, please do. And Al, I really
I appreciate
you.
you. And since you do that lead in, if you don't mind, the video was made by Jean-Marc Ledoux. I want
Yeah.
to make sure he gets
From
credit for
Hollis.
it. From Hollis.
Yeah, very talented, very talented family.
Yep.
But thanks for watching and enjoy the clip.
Thank you. I'm born into an Italian family. My family made wine. My grandfather made wine. His brothers made wine. It's what they did. It was a ritual. I can remember being a toddler looking up to my grandfather, and he would taste the grapes, and he'd let me taste some. And so it was a beautiful thing. But they never told me I had to be a winemaker. You get older, you're in America, you have opportunity. Okay, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. First business was landscaping. I bought gas stations. We had art galleries. I was thinking about wine to make it for myself, but not a business. We had bought this land in 1991. Everybody laughed when we bought it, but it's beautiful vineyard land. So I'm thinking, okay, I own a tractor. I know how to make wine. Sell everything and stupid, do a vineyard. So that's what we did. I started making Zinfandel 41 years ago. That was my grandfather's favorite of all the wines. And, it's like growing flowers. It's like children. You want more than one. And you make another wine, a second wine, a third wine. Before you know it, you have a bunch of wines. We've touched everything. Plant, pick, prune, bottle, label, cork, crush, destem, blend, oak age. Whatever you see, building-wise, we hand-built ourselves. Building the building is what we have a vision in our head. What do we want it to look like? What are we trying to convey? We try to make it look Italian. Everybody in the world wants to go visit Italy. Why? There's magic there. But you can't go to Italy every day. You can't go to California every day. Kind of nice to have it right here in your backyard. That's what we try to share. When people come here, I hope that they find a reason to smile. I want them to see the beauty of what we've created, because I know people see the work that went into this place. My work, my wife's work, our kids, grandkids, all of our employees. People come all the time, who plants all this stuff and who does this? And I say him, her, him. They all did it. This also is a place of memories, not just ours, but it triggers their memories. And then you couple it with good wine, good food, and beautiful scenery. It's a match, made in a vineyard. We've had people from 50 states, 6 continents here. When they come to this place, they get to reconnect to their own family's history for many of them. My grandfather made wine. He used to grow grapes. He had a big garden. They come here and see that we care. And I tell my employees, who are really family and friends, I say our job is to put smiles on their faces. I just want people to be happy when they come here and have a good experience. I want it to be a true reflection of who my family has been, is, and hopefully will be. When you come here, I want you to live, laugh, love. You're living here, we'll be talking to your friends and family, you'll be enjoying some good food, some wine, maybe you'll laugh to a very talented comedian. I've witnessed the proposals. I've then witnessed the marriage. Everything that happens in your life, this is a place that people want to have it happen. What makes a vineyard so special? Love. It takes love to make sure the vineyard row is straight, that they're pruned properly, that they see the proper amount of sun and fertilizer. It isn't magic. If you want it to come to fruition, you have to care for it. You have to be passionate about something. Life is not worth living. I only know that when I get up, I'm carrying on a tradition. I'm sharing the love I have for my grandparents, the love they had for us. I believe sometimes out in the vineyard that my family is with me. My mother, my father, my grandparents, all of those people. I see their faces. I see them in the flowers, I see them on the grapes, I see them in the vines. That's what I see. I see my family's faces. I had people come in and they watch the videos while they're playing their wine tasting in here. They will look up there and they see on the TV pictures of when we planted, when we dug holes, when we ran the electric lines, we put the stucco on. And they say, "Do you have a story?" And I think to myself,
No, I only am taking our family story and running it from my heart and my mind and then run it through my hands. And then we say, here it is. When you come here, you're getting my family's heritage and craftsmanship, and we hope you like it.